Lindsay married my son, Patrick, and we had a very good relationship.
She told us that she had thoughts of harming the children.
Have you gone over this stipulation or the summary of the stipulations with Attorney Reddington?
Yes, I have.
All right.
In the eyes of the law, there is no mystery over who killed 5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson,
That's us with Cora and Dawson.
and 8-month-old Callan. Their mother, Lindsay Clancy, has admitted to taking their lives and will not take the stand. But that is not the question that this trial is asking. Lindsay Clancy has pleaded not guilty to murder.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, because they are not.
Her defence argues that she was suffering from postpartum psychosis when she took her children's lives.
She knows that she killed these children. We'll sit here, listen to their evidence, but I suggest to you that the issue for consideration is what was going on in that woman's mind.
Now, jurors in this trial, which has gripped America, are being asked to make sense of what happened in those moments before the children were killed. After hearing from first responders who arrived at the house, the mental health professionals who examined Lindsay's state of mind, and those closest to her,
She said that she couldn't remember anything. The medication was pretty much just destroying her mind, and it wasn't her.
including her mother, Paula Muscove, and even former husband and father of the children, Patrick Clancy.
Cora was into princesses. And she had a lot of friends.
The defence and prosecution are offering two very different explanations for the same events. Was this deliberate?
This was a woman who acted intentionally, rationally, and swiftly to accomplish a very specific goal: to kill.
Or did Lindsay Clancy experience a psychosis which led her to take the lives of her own children?
Government says that this is a situation, it's not a referendum on women's postpartum psychosis, postpartum depression, but it sure as hell is.
Good morning. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Yeah, my name's Patrick Clancy. It's Patrickclancy.
And what is your date?
Patrick and Lindsay Clancy met through a cousin and started dating in 2013.
Did you eventually get married?
Yes.
And when was that?
Patrick went on to work in
December
tech,
2016.
Lindsay a delivery nurse. They had 3 children together.
That's us with Cora and Dawson. Cora was into princesses. And she had a lot of friends. And she just liked taking care of people.
And showing you, Dawson, correct?
Yes.
What kind of things was Dawson interested in 2020?
He was into firefighters and trucks. And he liked Paw Patrol.
Exhibit 11, Alan. He's only 8 months old, correct?
Correct.
Did he have any interest or
He was just a happy baby.
baby?
On the 24th of January, 2023, the day started as any other in the family home in Massachusetts.
Please state and spell your name for the record.
Lindsay had taken Cora to the doctors for a checkup.
YROSSHIRT.
And what were your observations of Cora that day?
As far as I can recall, it was a very normal visit. She seemed perfectly well behaved, and Mom seemed appropriate as well.
Now, the paediatrician on the stand is asked by the defence how the children seemed under Lindsay's care.
Did they seem healthy?
Yes,
Did they seem happy?
yes.
And in all the times that you would see Lindsay, did she appear to be a doting or concerned mother for the children?
Yes, she did.
The defence goes on to ask if Lindsay ever brought up something called postpartum depression.
Do you recall her asking you that?
Yes.
Postpartum depression is a mental health disorder that affects mothers. Symptoms can present really differently for different people, but it's a dark, overwhelming space, causing crippling anxiety, often making it hard to sleep, and leaving new mothers with the crushing sense of guilt that they're being a bad parent. And the court heard that for Lindsay, she began to face that reality.
You're saying that she had some anxiety at that time, is that correct?
Yeah.
How did that manifest, or how did you know that?
She just really struggled with the date of going back to work. So
Her husband tells the court that after they had their third child, things started to take a downward turn.
I don't know. She would say, I'm not looking forward to going back to work. I remember once she said it's just so unnatural to be separated from your newborn, stuff like that.
So she didn't want to go back to work, is that what you're saying?
I think she did. It was just a really difficult transition for her.
And so Lindsay Clancy decided to seek professional care.
And can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Jennifer Tufts, JENNIFERTUFTS.
Do you recall when you first saw Lindsay Clancy as a patient?
Yes,
When was that?
it was in September of 2022.
Court recalls the list of physical and psychological symptoms presented during those initial assessments.
Anxiety attacks, decreased appetite, depressed mood, easily distracted, excessive worry, guilt, unable to feel pleasure, unable to fall asleep, and racing thoughts.
Initial assessments flagged no immediate self-harm risks. So what was causing her distress?
I believe her biggest concern was about anxiety.
Under cross-examination, the defence targets the nature of her virtual clinical care.
Every single one of them were by telemedicine, weren't they?
Yes.
Until you came in this courtroom Friday, you never saw this woman in person, did you?
Correct.
Were you ever concerned about her mental health as a person?
Absolutely.
She was crying.
Postpartum depression is widely known, but postpartum psychosis is a rare severe mental health disorder, and symptoms can include delusions, paranoia, and hallucinations. Cross-examination intensifies around the qualifications of the clinician overseeing her care.
Are you an expert in postpartum?
I may be. I don't know. I think it depends on what you define an expert as.
So you understand that if, in fact, it's determined that you advertise as an expert in postpartum and in postpartum psychiatry, and you've had a month experience plus a residency, would you consider that to be negligent or misrepresentation?
I do not believe that I have been negligent.
Defence then turns his attention to the amount of drugs prescribed during Lindsay Clancy's treatment.
Right, she was afraid of the drugs, wasn't she?
She was afraid of side effects.
And she didn't want to take the pills, did she?
She eventually did want to take the pills because she wanted to feel better.
The defence presses further, questioning whether heavy medication was used to substitute over standard therapy.
What therapy did you give her? Because you told us that when you're on the television, you still give them therapy too, right?
I do.
What did you do?
Well, I'm having trouble identifying exactly when she said the words overwhelmed. So it's hard to pinpoint exactly what I said in a span of, a number of different visits.
As winter approached, the medical record documented a shift in Lindsay Clancy's mental health.
It was a while before she mentioned anything about suicidal thoughts.
Tell us when.
I might need to look through the records to see when she first did. December 1st.
So on December 1st, what did she tell you?
That she denied feeling suicidal, but that she was close to feeling suicidal.
And she told you, I imagine, or you asked, how frequently these thoughts were.
I don't have it documented how frequently they were, but that is a question that I usually ask when we're talking about suicidal
When we're
thoughts.
usually testifying on a murder case, we usually have facts that we can tell a jury, not speculation.
Objection.
Yeah, sustained.
Did she tell you, or did you ask about suicidal thoughts?
Yes,
What did she tell you? If you don't know, tell us.
No, I know, sorry. But it's what I said before, that she denied having them, and she wasn't having them. We were meeting, but she felt close to it, close to having those thoughts.
Lindsay also reached out to her own mother and Patrick's for help.
Ms. Paula Musgrove, Paulamusgrove.
And Mrs. Musgrove, fair to say that you are Lindsay's mother?
Yes, I am Lindsay's mother.
Susan Clancy. Yeah, Lindsay married my son Patrick, and we had a very good relationship.
Lindsay was a very loving mother. She was dedicated to her children. She was a fun mother.
She was very nurturing, very loving. She was a wonderful mother, wonderful. She loved her children, all of them, very, very much.
I felt it was the best thing that ever happened to her.
She reached out to me in November and told me that she felt unwell.
She told me she was anxious about going back to work because Callan was having trouble taking a bottle, and she didn't feel right about leaving him.
Mostly she had insomnia. She was losing her appetite. She was very anxious and sad, begging for help.
One particular evening that was disturbing to me was that, she was afraid. She was afraid to be alone, and she actually asked if she could sleep with me.
When was that?
That was late November, early December.
And did she indeed sleep with you on that occasion?
She did.
The defense draws upon Lindsay's own text to her mother.
For the jury.
Mom, will you please come up and stay with me for a bit? I'm really sick. Something is wrong. I had horrible insomnia all night, and I just don't know how I'm going to get through the day. I started taking the medicine my doctor prescribed for anxiety, and I think it's made things worse. It's just really scary, and I don't want to be alone. Through November into December, it was not getting better, into the holidays.
And you knew she was on medication at that point?
Yes.
You knew she was seeing doctors at that point?
Yes.
So tell us.
On the 1st of January 2023, Lindsay Clancy checked into McLean Hospital after reporting intrusive and suicidal thoughts, feelings she attributed to prescribed medications.
My first name is Alia, last name is Goodhart.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a psychiatrist.
Upon admission, her mental state was assessed, and Lindsay Clancy was considered low risk.
And did you observe signs of anxiety, or did she tell you that she felt anxious?
She appeared anxious.
Had she reported that she had ever had a plan for suicide?
No.
And did she tell you there were reasons why she thought she wouldn't commit suicide?
Yes.
And what were those reasons?
Her children and her family, her mother.
With no evidence of active psychosis recorded during her stay, medical staff agreed to clear Clancy for early release.
I said she could leave provided she had psychiatric follow-up the next day. I did not have any concerns about her safety or a risk for anybody else.
Okay, but
Just a few weeks after her stay at the unit, and before the children are killed, her mother testifies about her declining mental state.
Lindsay had lost a lot of weight. She had become, during this whole time, paranoid about different things that really she shouldn't have, really weren't logical to become paranoid about. She would mention that this wasn't her mind. She would say to me, this isn't me. I've never been like this before. And I would agree because she wasn't.
Do you recall the end of January that she made a statement to you about the medication, in her opinion, what it was doing to her mind?
Yes.
What did she say?
She said that she couldn't remember anything. The medication was pretty much just destroying her mind, and it wasn't her. She said, this isn't me. I just want to feel better and enjoy my kids again.
Her mother then shares a pivotal moment when Lindsay opens up about the extent of her intrusive thoughts.
I remember her being very nervous. I remember her saying, I just have to tell you guys something. And then she told us.
What did she tell you?
She told us that she had thoughts of harming the children.
Thank you very much.
The prosecution press on and ask whether family members took no immediate action.
Have any thoughts about committing her?
No.
Did you have any thoughts about having her come stay with you in Connecticut away from the children?
No.
Were you concerned for the children's safety at that point in time?
No, because I was there.
Prosecution then point to text messages between Lindsay and her mother to highlight her mental health at the time.
You even asked her, is the better you're feeling now better than a few weeks ago? And she said yes, correct?
That's correct without my observation of her.
On the 24th of January, Lindsay sends her husband out to run some errands.
As you're getting ready,
She asks him to pick up a takeaway for dinner and some medicine from the pharmacy. He makes a quick call to Lindsay and then goes to pick up his takeaway, as shown on CCTV.
You're looking at the bags.
I think I was looking for the bag with my name on it.
He then drives home, places the bag on the island in the kitchen.
Is that where you
Patrick said the house was unusually quiet when he got
When
home.
you realized it was really quiet, what did you do?
I called out
And who did you call out to?
everyone.
Did anyone answer?
No.
He said he went upstairs and checked the children's bedrooms and then unlocked the door to his own bedroom.
I just saw blood everywhere, and the window is open.
He runs downstairs and goes out the back door.
I just looked around in the backyard below that window, and I saw Lindsay.
And where did you see her?
She was face up in the backyard,
And where in the backyard was she?
at the bottom of the window, directly below it.
So down here by the window well?
Yeah, she said I tried to kill myself.
For the record, I was pointing it out. Did you ask her anything else?
I said, "Where are the kids?"
And what was her response?
She said they're in the basement.
Patrick called 911 and said Lindsay was in and out of consciousness. And as soon as one emergency responder arrived, he ran straight to the basement.
So when you come down those stairs that night, which direction did you go?
I immediately went left.
And when you went left, what did you see?
I saw Cora.
And how did she look?
She had a band around her neck.
And was that an exercise band?
Yeah.
And do you recall whether she was, what position she was in, whether face up or face down?
She's face down.
And when you saw her in that condition, what did you do?
I immediately ran over and tried to take the band off.
Were you able to get the band off?
Yeah.
And do you recall how you got the band off?
I think I untied it.
And was she responsive?
No.
And what did you see or do next?
I saw Callan.
And where was he?
He was next to her.
And how did he appear?
He had a band around his neck.
Sorry?
He had a band around his neck.
And did you remove that as well?
Yeah.
And do you recall what position he was in?
Same as Cora.
And looking at the model here, if you could just tell us, where was Cora?
The left of the couch.
So would that be this area here that I'm pointing to in between the bureau and the couch?
Yeah.
And where was Callan?
To her left.
So would that be more over here towards the chair and the bureau?
Yeah.
After you removed the band from Callan's neck, what did you do next?
I tried to find Dawson.
And where did you go?
I looked in the bathroom and on the other side of the couch, and then I went to the other side of the basement, and he was in my office.
And when you saw Dawson, what condition was he in?
I knew he was gone.
And did he also have a band around his neck?
Yeah.
And did you remove that band?
Yeah.
The 911 emergency call is not allowed to be shared with the public, but the prosecutors described their version of events. Lindsay Clancy had jumped from a second-floor window. She'd been taken to hospital where she received emergency care. She's been left paralysed. The day before was Lindsay's last psychiatric appointment.
She told you that she had been feeling, numb and no emotion for 17 days straight. is what she told you, right?
I'm not sure about 17 days straight, but that's how she was feeling.
Lindsay's doctor then decided to increase some medication.
But you increased the amitriptyline.
Yes,
And that pushed her over the edge, didn't it?
I don't think so.
While in hospital, Dr. Paul Zeisel visited Clancy.
Did she have, at this point, intrusive thoughts continuing regarding voices in her head that she heard constantly?
Yes.
What were these voices saying to her?
They were getting worse, and they were telling her to kill herself.
The prosecution argued Lindsay Clancy had manipulated those caring for her and was acting intentionally, rationally, and swiftly on that fateful day. And so Dr. Zeisel was probed further on her state of mind.
And is it your understanding, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, that a person who's in a psychotic state is able to drive a car for a short distance, go to an appointment, and interact and talk to people?
Yes, they can do everyday tasks of living.
So the fact that she's not talking about the unicorns in the corner, and she's not slurring her speech, and she's not unable to walk, to your opinion, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, does that mean that she's not in a psychotic state?
It does not.
Under cross-examination, the prosecutor challenges Dr. Zeisel.
Is that typical for you to spend 35 hours with a person that you're evaluating?
It does happen, but it's not typical. I was examining her as a colleague and friend of Attorney Reddington to see how she was faring.
So who did she tell that she had a voice that told her to kill herself?
She spoke to a chaplain named Sheila Kavanaugh, who I spoke with, and Chaplain Kavanaugh told me that Ms. Clancy told her that she heard a male voice instructing her to first kill her children and then to kill herself.
You're aware that when she described intrusive thoughts, she never referred to them as a voice telling her to kill herself, did she?
No, she was referring to...
It's just a yes or no?
No.
So as far as her reports of these intrusive thoughts that appear over and over in the notes, you would agree that it was simply, when asked about what they were, it was simply that she felt like she wanted to die, right?
Yes, and...
It's just a yes or no?
Yes.
The prosecution also asked Patrick if he'd heard the claim that his wife wanted to harm the children.
January of 2023, did Lindsay ever tell you that she wanted to harm your children?
No.
Did she ever tell you she was going to kill your children?
No.
Patrick says a week or so after the children were killed, he spoke to Lindsay on the phone.
She said she heard a man's voice telling her that if she didn't do it now, she would lose her chance or something like that.
And did she also tell you that she had had a moment of psychosis?
I don't recall.
Had she ever mentioned psychosis to you before?
No, I didn't know what psychosis was until after this happened.
After countless hours of watching court testimony, hearing from a grieving family, medical experts, and the mother at the centre of all of this, who we've heard allegedly begged for help before killing her own children, it would be useless to try and capture a loss of this scale. And yes, this case may force an urgent and uncomfortable conversation on maternal mental health and the challenges posed by postpartum care. But the real aftermath will continue for the first responders, for the doctors and the family left behind who carry the grief and the memories of Cora, Dawson and Callan.